Alright, and we are back. And just below the first threshold on the way to GM. And 48 days left. And the lag. There we go. And only 6,220 something points away. Only 6,000 something. No sweat. Greece. The plus side, definitely back above the ending for the last season, which is nice. Though, to be honest, the real end for the last season was probably around the mid 20K area, where I was like, what is going on with my brain? There's something broken here and non functional. I played poker back in the day. I think I mentioned this on one of the videos. And I got a little bit of that. Addictive thing, you know, in my blood and my brain, whatever. Playing poker was actually a great cure because you do not win if you play for fun. You do not win if you play to ride the adrenaline and endorphins and whatnot. You're either playing or you're trying to win. And this has some of that too, though I do enjoy this quite a bit more in general, but there's this element of chaos and risk taking that is good, and there's an element that is too much, and there's kind of a fine line between them. Um, it's like a mathematical word for that, right? Where you get increase in value, increase in value, increase in value, and then you reach a tipping point and suddenly you get very, very low value kind of thing. And get that feeling risk is kind of like that somewhat. Though there's an argument to just play super, super, super boring. Um, I can't do that. And those make for very long, staley games that suck. Time-wise, that playstyle might actually be more expensive, I'm not sure. At least 3, 4. So unless red and green are the only ones that I bought here. We'll see. Cool, 6 player. Alright, let's see where we're at. Um, 5th position. Yeah. Looks like a South America. Assuming nobody whacks us. Looks like an easy South America. Why blue's stressed out? You're probably going to get Oz here. Green. Everybody is a weird board forever. I don't see anyone having really good positions. Red has an arguable Europe. A very spread out board. Interesting. Let's see if this ends up being a really slow kind of game. I think I am by far the only one with a. I am by far the one with the best continent here. Let's see. So one, two. So I get what do I get? Like five, I think. So two on the two, three on the three, um, one on the other three, and then that three up. One of them. Yeah. No. Three on the two. Three on yeah. Three on the three, two on the two. Yeah. Makes sense. Just count it there. Can't count to five. Yeah. I don't know what the thumbs up was for, but you got it. Not gonna take Oz. Oz is a clear play. I'm not any of those people. Um, so two here, three here. I think we'll put the five here. Start because if people really want to break, I don't want to have to. I don't want to put them in a situation where they feel, you know, um, whatever. It's one of those like small versus large, right? Like just like when people get hit for big, like I do when I get hit by someone for a whole bunch of troops, I kind of hold a grudge for a while. Uh, because of that, it kind of invites that expectation too. So if you hit somebody for a bunch, then um, you have to expect them to want to reciprocate. If they only hit me for three, and obviously for the troop bonus there, there's a chance we could still work together afterwards because, in addition to me not being completely furious, they won't necessarily expect me to be completely furious. Um, Whereas if they whacked an eight to get in there, seven, whatever, they'd probably expect me to um, never forgive. And, maybe I would never forgive. So, right? Both ways there. Hmm. I'm not going to be able to get the four out. Really should have these troops set up in a more aggressive way since I had a first turn in South America. And I'm insanely troop leading right now 30 fucking troops. I'm setting up for kills. but the board is so disorganized that I don't have an instinct that there are going to be viable kills. Red is on 3 positions, one of which is very weak. Um, uh, Blue is on 3 positions, but the locked one down there. So blue and red is sort of viable. White is really not. Um, Purple is. Purple is. Um, Purple wants an NA. Two there. Purple is. Yeah, circumstance. Hmm. Uh, okay. 10 away. That makes me really want to kill red, which I'm definitely not lined up for unless red goes to 5. Uh, Green might be a viable worthwhile kill because I think purple's gonna whack him. Ooh, and he got a set on. Nice. Doesn't take Oz. Okay. Red. Sets as well on 3. Okay, so there wasn't going to be a viable kill there. Right. And blue and purple just aren't worth it. Do I fuck over red up there? Kind of want to. Um, for this 4th to 20 up to central. probably shouldn't. I don't think it's going to be long term viable um, during that kind of play, but I also don't want to get stuck in a fucking game for a really long time. This seems very friendly so far. Think I'm going to do this just to have a more active stack because it's not really useful where it is. Red's going to see that as antagonistic, which of course it is, but kind of want to knock out the purple ones and the green one. There, excuse me. So they can kill each other. For the same reason, I don't really want to put the three in Japan like I normally would. Good. Okay. And then he takes out the green one. Okay, so they are stuck in one position now. They've been kind of sandwiched in between. Mm. So I know this is silly, but if he does not open Central America, it means I get the extra two troops, which I would like. So plus it's there. Kind of want to whack white in Europe here. feel like that is the right play. Don't take Central. Don't take Central. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take the white one. Look at how dangerous I look. Look at how dangerous I look. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nice. Nice. Cool. Ah, son of a bitch. That sucks. Well, 10 set into 12 set. That's what it is. Oh well. For just a second, I was like, yes, hit white. Too much to hope. Okay. This is going to be Staley long term lameness. Um, I don't see a whole lot of value to killing red here, but I think I'm going to anyways. I think I'm going to anyways. And take NA. And that way I don't have to be annoyed with white for having whatchamacallit. Jesus, did I get really crazy dice? How am I still? How do I have almost? Okay, like I guess I got the set, but still, I must have gotten some ridiculous roll on that 20, right? I must have gotten some ridiculous fucking roll on that 20. Yeah, dude, I went two to one on the 20. More 9. I lost 9 out of 20. Jesus, that's so crazy. That's so freaking crazy. Do I have a set? If I have a set, I can just fucking kill purple here too. That'd be awesome. Any chance? Any chance? Not. Still possible I could do that. It would be so tight though, right? So what do I get here? If blue, yeah. Don't attack me, please. Let me have it. Let me have a turn so I can kill purple. Let me have a turn so I can kill purple, please. Yes, yes. Don't. No, one turn. One turn. One turn. Let me kill purple. Let me kill purple, please. Yes. I did not expect him to do all of that. That was freaking nice. Sweet. And another fucking follow up set. almost have it to kill white. If I had the 11 on the right spot, I could kill white, and then blue could reach into green. That's so close. What do we want? I think we want China. Yeah. Do I go for it now that I'm locked? Doesn't. If I were white in this position, I would be nervous because that is it is very clear that this is a deadliest trap on green, and then he's going to go next, almost certainly. If I were white, I might whack into me, try and make a deal with blue for second. I'm not sure. So I want to do this. I want to keep that open. Right. Also, white is clearly good because he's playing my setup, which obviously is the best setup. It's just the way it is. That's I'm not sure I've ever seen someone play that strategy before too. It's just kind of weird. It kind of makes him endearing, and also makes me hate him and want him to die. We'll build up a bit. Since green is so far ahead. Mm, lots of 12 sets now. Oh, that's not 12 set. Fuck that shit. Um, they're both playing my strategy, right? Blue has the card taker that gives him 12. Um, white has the Ukraine stack and the guard Western Europe stack. Western Europe. They really call that Western Europe and not Great Britain? No, they call it Great Britain. That's Western Europe. Whatever. Can we kill green without white's help? Fuck, I missed the 69. Well, Okay, blue is way up again now. So I feel like almost certainly he and I do this together. In which case, it might be better to wait a little bit longer. So what other should I do today? At the moment, I don't want an alliance. This burying troops deeper in Oz thing, it's an interesting play. I don't really understand it. I've seen it a couple of times now. Okay. Um, let's do one more round, and then we'll start trying to get people to do shit. That's not really a wow. It's like the only thing I've ever seen. Like why? Teams are now so far ahead of green that if blue swings into green and I swing into white, I think blue actually gets first. Green is 115. I am some of the lead. I'm going to put 40 into him. Straight up. That's not enough. That's fine. We want to do this. Did I take a kill on me? Doesn't do anything. Just straight up trades. Oh, well. Third, I guess. Bummer. White. Actually, that's not a bad play for White because White had to have known that the outcome here was third, almost certainly. Unless he could kill me too. And now he gets second because he'll be able to kill one of us after we kill green. I think we take the yeah. I think we do take this actually. White doesn't hit him at all. I think I get third here. I think green runs through me. And I'm forced to kill him. Yeah, yeah. Not making the kill is the wrong move. I'm fine with second. Good enough. Yep. You get first, buddy. Decent dice. Yeah. A 42 bleed. I don't think there's any. Yep. Hit the 27. Well done. Yep. Yep. Oh, I don't have to wait. Yep. Yep. All right. Yep. You got it. Yep. Well, that was a master. At least we get credit for that. Hey, take the 20K. Take it. All right. So step one is done. Um, it's gonna be harder going through. Going forward here, sure. I mean, frankly, we can't play again, but that's fine. Probably for the best. Those end games are always whatever. I feel like the if I were white there, right, I go in hard. I know that looks like that looked like a bad play. It wasn't super great with us teaming. Blue did not seem like it was going to betray at all, and I'd already put on a lot of green. Blue not hitting white super hard, which is kind of what I had hoped. Obviously, uh, it wasn't a betrayal, but it was definitely playing for first, right? Because if then I'm in a position where White and I are very close in troops, and he could, with decent dice, I think, in that situation. Well, no, no, we weren't super close. I got a bad roll. Actually, I could have if I had been able to kill White there, uh, and then have advantage on Blue. I think I still would have been fucked. Um, I think I'm not sure with the only way there. I guess I could have put in 40 on White as well. But I've seen those games, right? The way that game goes, it's not that it's a bad way to play it, but then I put in 40 White. White survives because neither of us kill him. And then we kind of take board. White goes into Oz or something. And the game lasts another half hour, during which Blue or I might end up taking third instead. Yeah, it's a tough situation. I was clearly aggro to White. I was the first one to hit him. Breaking his shit up there in Europe. Could have gotten him to flop. Flip rather. If I had gone a few troops in instead of going for the kill. Um, Probably not, right? If he was gonna flip at that point, I feel like he would have flipped onto Blue's side, and then I would have gotten third. Um, Taking the initiative there, right, is problematic. Once Blue put in a minimal amount of troops on Green and White did not put in any troops, I probably should have just matched what Blue put in. Whatever it was, 16 or something, 20, instead of putting in 40, and then waited. Right, the patience thing. It's always a patience thing. Waited to see if either of them want to continue, right, and not overextend like I did there. I think once I had overextended on green, I was kind of pot committed in a way. Um, I could have tried to hold Oz and NA, but then I had the shelling point for both of the other players. Um, I don't know. Weird. It's a weird situation. The relatively clean first, often with other people suing into each other, is where a lot of my first places go. I'm not actually that good at this game. A lot of it is luck. And if I am in a situation like that, um, where I have a near guaranteed second over a very unlikely, not very unlikely, like a very split first or third. I mean, probability right. I was probably more likely. I was probably more likely to get first than third in that situation. Um, then you take into account that I had other shit to do today. I think that was probably the clincher. Right.